Hi, I'm Jill Martin, and I'm pleased to read an excerpt from my upcoming book under the Crossfield banner, From Thistles to Cowpies. It's December the 15th, 1915. Young Joe Thompson and his mother and two older sisters are on a troop ship on the way across the North Atlantic on their way to join their father in Saskatchewan. Chapter 12, On Board. The next morning, all that surrounded the Praetorian was water and more water. An oblique December sun falling across the lower deck beckoned Joe to play outside. "I'll be fine, he countered when his mother tried to keep him from leaving the cabin. "The ship's fair crawling with soldiers, and I want to see Christopher again." Joe was right. Everywhere he looked, there were soldiers, propped up against the walls in the dining canteen, in small groups in the hallways, resting in their bunks. Christopher McTavish, the young reservist from Saskatchewan, who had befriended Joe, was also drawn to the sunny deck. As he stepped off the last rung of the aft ladder, Christopher ran smack dab into Joe, who was on his knees playing with his train engine. "Oh, so sorry, laddie, I didn't see you underfoot." The two had immediately been drawn to each other. Christopher's family had emigrated from Scotland in 1901, when he was 6. They had homesteaded near Fort Capel, not far from Regina. Christopher loved farm life and was anxious to once again drive his team at the planting in a few months. He hoped the farm, far from the muddy fields and trenches of France, would grant him the peace he yearned for. "I see you're a train man," Christopher said, pointing to Joe's constant companion. "I am, sir, and I'm going to Saskatchewan on a very long train when we get off this ship. Mother says that Saskatchewan is still many days away. But I didn't mind, as I will be with my da for Hogmanay." "Well, fancy that. I, too, am going to Saskatchewan," Christopher said, pronouncing each syllable slowly. "My parents and I came to Canada when I was 6. "I'm 6, just turned in October," Joe grinned. "My da is a blacksmith, and I will be helping him at the forge." "When did your da leave Scotland?" "Oh, years and years, I think. My mother says I was 3. I don't remember too much about him, except for his lovely stories and his big hands on my shoulders. I've missed him very much." Suddenly, Christopher was home. The hot, dusty wind of the prairie fields, basking in the warmth of the summer sun, and the smell of the wheat harvest wrapped their arms around him. "How about I tell you a story about Saskatchewan?" "Oh, aye, please, and I'll have something very special to tell my sisters. They're below practicing their dancing. They're always practicing their dancing. I get seasick with all the twirling, but Mother says it's important that they practice, especially now that we're leaving Scotland." "Well, Saskatchewan is very big. In fact, you could put all of England, Scotland, and Wales into Saskatchewan. The land around Regina is flat as a pancake. You can see forever. Nothing gets in the way. The train goes very fast in the prairie because the track is so straight. You will feel like you've hitched a ride on a bullet. And at dawn, the sun flames over the land, sparkling everything from crimson to gold. There is nothing like a Saskatchewan sunrise. You'll see."